everyone, so we're still in quarantine. Obvious by this great outfit that is going on here. There are sweatpants on too, which you might see at some point because I do things like sit like a dork. So I'm going to read chapter 2 of The Haunting of Sunshine Girl. Yes, I am the author of The Haunting of Sunshine Girl. So yeah, I got some good feedback on the first chapter that I read, and since we're all, most of us at least, are sitting around doing nothing, I thought, why not read chapter 2? Again, no promises that we will finish the book. Just want to state that again, that I would like to. So, here we go. Chapter 2. Pink Irony. How pink can it possibly be? Ashley sounds almost as skeptical about the color of my new room as my mother did about the possibility that this house might be haunted. Even though she can't see me through the phone, I shake my head. The movers left an hour ago, and Mom and I have been unpacking ever since. My new room is a crooked sort of rectangle. I thought I'd be able to see how our life would fit into these rooms once our belongings were here with us. How my life would fit into my new bedroom. But I'm not sure I will ever fit into a room that looks like this. I swear, Ashley. I keep my phone on speaker as I sift through all the items I packed so carefully just a few days ago, back in Austin. My antique typewriter, which now sits on my desk beside my laptop, my taxidermied owl, Doctor Who, currently perched on the shelf above my desk like he's about to swoop down and lift up my collection of glass figurines. You've never seen a room this pink. You've never seen a pink this pink. Ashley laughs. But I'm totally serious. The pink in my new room is everywhere. In the roses on the wallpaper, the shaggy carpet on the floor, even the light switch is painted pink. When I woke up this morning, I immediately raced up the stairs to search for any trace of a child hiding up here. But there was nothing. No footprints, no dirt tracks over the carpets, no sticky fingerprints on the windows, and certainly no little girl hiding in the closets or the bathroom. Mom said that whatever I thought I heard last night was probably just a bad dream. But I shook my head. I know what I heard. Plus, it's even colder on the second floor of the house than it is on the first floor. Maybe the air is too damp to move here. The mildewy smell is even stronger on the second floor. The carpet almost damp, as though it flooded a few months ago and has never had the chance to air out. My room used to be pink, Ashley offers. Clearly, she still doesn't grasp the gravity of the situation. Yeah, until you turned 13 and outgrew it. Didn't you see the pictures of the house online before you moved? Obviously, they neglected to include pictures of this room. So move into another room. There isn't any other room. There's my mom's bedroom, and there's this bedroom, and the bathroom in between. What about a guest room for when your best friend comes to visit? I laugh. Nope, you'll join me inside this giant Pepto-Bismol bottle. I pick up what might be my most prized possession, removing it from a cocoon of bubble wrap. The Nikon F5 camera my mother bought me for my sweet 16. I place it gingerly on the bed. Ashley thought I should have asked for a car. Every teenager in America asks for a car when they turn 16, she'd said. She got one, a bright blue shiny 4-door hybrid that she proudly drove around town with the windows down and the music loud. But what I really wanted was an old-fashioned camera to shoot with real film. And boy, did my mom deliver. Coincidence? My cameras are right there. My high school in Austin offered photography classes, and I signed up the first day for my freshman year, borrowing a camera from the photography teacher, Mrs. Soderberg. She patiently taught me how to develop film in the school's basement darkroom. Most everyone else used digital cameras, but those pictures never looked as true to me as the ones taken with film. Ashley has always teased me because I'd rather spend hours in the darkroom with a teacher instead of staring at a screen looking up the status updates of people I see at school all day anyway. She said that was the reason I didn't have more friends. And she said my collection of stuffed birds didn't help either. Normal girls are grossed out by dead animals. It's only one stuffed bird, I'd insisted. Mom and I found Doctor Who at an antique store just outside of Austin. I can't explain it, but the instant I saw him, I knew I just had to have him. He was snowy white with black speckles on his soft head and wings, and even though he'd clearly been dead for a long time, he just felt so alive to me. Side note, it is actually illegal to have stuffed owls. Like, illegal. I do not actually have one. It's in the book. It's not like I needed more friends. Ashley and I were different, but we bonded in second grade over a shared love of colorful construction paper and glitter glue, and we've been close ever since. Besides, she and my mom had always felt like enough in the friends department. Mom always said I was all she needed, and truth be told, between me and her work, it never seemed like she had time for much else. Anyway, why would I want friends I had to act fake in front of? I don't want to pretend to be scared of dead things and to prefer digital to film. I don't mind that I'm old-fashioned. Just promise me that you're not going to be as antisocial in Ridgemont as you were in Austin. I've lived in Ridgemont for less than 24 hours. I haven't had time to be antisocial. Will you at least promise to wear something normal on the first day of school? I fold my arms across my chest. Define normal. It is not normal for a 16-year-old to have pajamas with feet. That was one sleepover and we were in the 8th grade. Do you still have them? Ashley asks, knowing the answer. I laugh and close my eyes. I can picture Ashley now, her pretty blue eyes sparkling, her blonde hair blown dry straight and smooth down her back. She'd probably planted next to the air conditioning vent in her room. Normal colored room. Wearing normal denim shorts and a normal t-shirt. She always refused to come with me whenever I went to Goodwill in search of vintage blouses and boots and bags. I don't dress like a crazy person or anything like that. I just don't dress like most of the other kids I know either. I like crocheted hats and scarves, t-shirts with funny little icons on them, and long sleeves that hang past my wrists. Maybe the kids at Ridgemont will dress the way I do. Maybe, Ashley agrees, though I can tell she doesn't really think so. Or maybe they'll think your style is some really cool import from out of town. You could pretend to be from New York or London. Pongo wants in. Come here. Come on, Chico Bear. Thank you. Okay, go lay down. You can go lay down. You okay? Who would believe I'm from London? You could do a British accent. Boys love British accents. I shake my head. If I'm going British, I'm doing it for British things like afternoon tea and carriage rides across the castle lawn. So you won't just be British, you'll be royalty too? As long as I'm inventing a new reality, I may as well make it count. You'll be the most popular girl at school in no time. I nod in agreement. The boys will be falling all over me the second I say my first righto, jolly good. Ashley giggles. Now what's so funny, I ask. Nothing, she says, but her giggles just get louder. I bet her cheeks have turned nearly as pink as my carpet. When she speaks, she can barely get the words out. I'm just trying to imagine you sneaking a boy up to your room. What would be more mortifying, the dead bird or the pink walls? He'd run away as fast as his legs could carry him, I agree, and I'm laughing too. The mere idea of a boy in my room is absurd all on its own. Ashley knows full well that I've never so much as kissed a guy. From downstairs, my mother's voice is calling my name. Ash, I gotta go, I say. Mom needs me. Tell Kat I say hi. I will, I promise. Miss you. You too, Ashley says before hanging up. I step into the hall. The carpet out here is a nice neutral color. Tan. Nothing like the pink monstrosity going on in my room. Wait. The hallway is carpeted? So is Mom's room. So is mine. I pace back and forth and skip a little, trying to imitate the sounds I heard last night. Hey, Mom, do you hear that? I shout. Hear what? I skip more into my own room, into Mom's, and then back into the hallway. The carpet is so thick that I can feel its plushiness even with my shoes on. Hear that? I hear your voice yelling at me, she calls back, an echo of what she said when I woke her up in the middle of the night. Now, I race down the stairs 2 at a time. My mother is in the kitchen, leaning on the enormous counter in the center of the room, surrounded by half-unpacked boxes of pots and pans and Tupperware. The cat mews at her feet, wondering which box his food is in. The counter is probably white once, but it's taken on a gray tinge, just like the outside of the house. Mom's turned all the lights on, but it still seems dark in here. Rain beats against the windows above the sink. Thunder rumbles in the distance. I'm making a grocery list, Mom says. What do you need? The floor is carpeted, I answer. What? Upstairs. It's hardwood down here, but the entire second floor is covered in carpet. Lex mews insistently, rubbing up against my legs. I bend down to pet him. He's got a patch of white fur on his chest and face, but otherwise he's all black. Having a black cat never seemed like bad luck before. I know, Mom shrugs. It said so on Craigslist. Did it say on Craigslist that the color pink almost certainly originated in the second bedroom? Mom wrinkles her nose. She hates pink as much as I do. I'm going to ask the landlord if we can paint over the wallpaper. Why would anyone want to paint over pink roses the size of my head? I joke. Just be glad they're not the size of your head plus your hair. Now you're just being mean. Mom knows I'm jealous of her hair, which is always perfectly straight. Unlike mine, which bursts into a ball of frizz the instant even a millimeter of moisture has the nerve to enter the atmosphere. This is still true. I mean, look what's going on today. This climate is not doing my hair any favors. Sweetie, you're going to have to pick one thing to complain about at a time. I can't keep track of them all. I'm not complaining, I say, but I stick out my lower lip into a babyish pout so that Mom laughs. I am complaining, and I know it. The weather, the noises, the creepiness, the pink. Wait, I interrupt my own train of thought. I wanted to tell you about the carpet. What about the carpet? It's carpeted upstairs. You didn't hear me skipping around, did you? No. So then how did I hear footsteps last night? Mom smiles, walking across the room to put her arm around my shoulders. Sunshine, I know you think you heard something last night. I did hear something. Okay, she concedes. You did hear something. But don't you think it's more likely that it was just a branch hitting the upstairs window, or the wind blowing through the trees, or I know the difference between branches and footsteps, between the wind and an actual voice. Okay, Mom says patiently. But like you said, it'd be almost impossible to hear footsteps coming from the second floor. Exactly, I nod, snapping my fingers and spinning around in a not particularly graceful attempt at a victory dance. Exactly what? I stop spinning. I've been saying it since we got here. This house is just plain strange. I know it's a tough transition for you. Mom reaches out to rub my back up and down. Last night was your first night living anywhere but our house in Austin. It's going to take a while to adjust. I shake my head. It's not as though I've never slept anywhere but our house. I've slept at Ashley's more times than I can count. Mom and I have gone on vacations and shared hotel rooms. What I felt last night was not just homesickness. Homesickness makes you sad, not scared. I did hear something, and not just footsteps. I told you. I heard laughter, too. There was a little girl upstairs. I know it. A little girl? Well, maybe the ghost of a little girl. Mom shakes her head. She doesn't believe in ghosts. I wasn't so sure I believed in them until now. I'm going to prove it to you, I promise. How? I have no idea how to prove a house is haunted, so I wrinkle my nose just like I did a few minutes before. Finally, Mom sighs and says, "Do you want to come with me to the grocery store?" I've still got a lot of unpacking to do. My desire to get everything in its proper place trumps my fear. Plus, how will I prove to her that something fishy is going on here if I'm not in the house to experience it? You sure you feel safe being left alone in a haunted house? Mom asks as she reaches for her car keys. She adds in a silly deep voice like the Count from Sesame Street, waving her fingers in front of her. I'm not alone, I say, trying to ignore the fact that my voice is shaking. I've got Oscar and Lex to protect me. Mom kisses the top of my head before she heads out the door. Oscar and I climb up the stairs and go into my room, where I close the door behind us. You'd think all this pink would make the room feel less creepy, but if anything, it has the opposite effect. Thunder rumbles again, closer this time. I turn to my desk, my back to the window. In Austin, I kept my glass unicorns lined up in size order, tallest to the left, shortest on the right. Here, I decided to arrange them by color. I've been collecting unicorns since I was 5 years old, and my kindergarten teacher read our class a book called The Last Unicorn. Mom gets me a new figurine every Christmas. I have 11 in total, and that's not counting the ones that broke over the years. They're made of glass, and they're all different colors, from purple to green to blue to clear, and yes, even a pink one. I place the one front and center. Suddenly, I feel a chill down my spine, as though a breeze is coming in through the window behind my desk. But the window is closed. Not just closed, locked. I press my hands against the glass. It's icy cold, but no breeze is coming through. I guess with a climate like Ridgemont's, a house would need to be well insulated. What do you think, Oscar? I say, talking to our dog like he can understand me. And like he's not colorblind. I go back to concentrating on the shelf above my desk. Do you think the purple one should go next to the pink or the red one? The pink? Okay, if you say so. Again, a chill. This time the breeze is so strong that it softly blows my hair back from my face. Where do you think that's coming from, Oscar? I'm trying to sound as cheerful as I did about my unicorns. I don't want poor Oscar to get scared. It's an old house, right? Maybe there's a draft or something. You've heard about drafty old houses. Drafty old houses sounds like something Jane Austen might have said. It's not so bad. I imagine that Oscar is nodding with agreement. I adjust the pink unicorn, trying to ignore the fact that my hands are shaking. The breeze comes again, stronger this time, lifting my hair off my shoulders. I back away from my desk, dropping the unicorn. Its horn snaps right off with a sad little ding sound. Oh no, I moan. He made it all the way from Austin in one piece, and I had to go and drop him. Suddenly, Oscar dives under my bed. You feel it too, don't you, boy? I ask, but Oscar just whimpers. I pull my sleeves down over my wrist. covering up the goosebumps dotting the skin on my arms. Bang! I spin around. My door is full and open. That bang was the wood hitting the wall behind it. Good golly! I shout, folding my arms across my chest and balling my hands into fists. My heart is racing. Another chill runs down my spine, and then another and another, until it feels like I'll never be warm again. I sit on my bed and shiver, my heart pounding. Mrs. Soderbergh used to say that you could capture things on film that were impossible to detect with the naked eye, slowly, so that I won't scare away whatever might be in the room with me. I can't catch it on film if I frighten it away. I reach for my camera. I filled it with black and white film before we left Austin, excited about having a new place to photograph. Now I press my eye into the viewfinder and adjust the lens for optimal focus. I take the pictures methodically, adjusting the shutter speed for a lengthy exposure, careful to hold my hands steady. Click, click, click. The sounds the camera makes are somehow comforting. Even Oscar sticks his head out from under the bed. Mom was just teasing when she asked whether I felt safe being left alone in a haunted house. But now I know. Once you move into one, you're never really alone again. Alright, that's chapter 2. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see if there's another one. Stay safe.